The United States is officially 250 years old and home of hundreds of amusement parks. But there's only one that is considered America's #1 theme park, Cedar Point. However, it somehow has thousands of one-star reviews, citing rude employees, long wait times, price gouging, and broken down rides. So today, I'm testing the worst one-star reviews I could possibly find to find out if Cedar Point is still America's #1 theme park. It's simple. I must test every review honestly and decide if it's still America's #1 theme park, no matter how bad it gets. We're here at America's #1 theme park, or so we think it is. Our first review is from Daniel, and he says that Cedar Point has lost ground on being the best park in the USA. I guess we already have our answer, guys. And they're hyper-focused on making money versus customer satisfaction. If you have a day pass or even a season pass, expect to wait hours in line. We rode a total of 7 coasters in 18 hours at the park between Friday evening and Saturday. That's actually awful. And then there's the ride breakdowns. While we were here, Valraven, Gatekeeper, Top Thrill, Millennium Force, and Gemini all broke down. That's a lot of breakdowns. Get a better maintenance team, do more PMs, maybe quit buying your parts from China. Expect to see the delayed for maintenance sign all day long. On Friday evening, 2 of 6 hours at the park were spent waiting for breakdowns. That's stupid. Cedar Point, don't bother responding with a "we're sorry" message, because that's nothing but BS. Daniel, that's personal. I'm sorry, man. And then Marie said, employees were rude. They will ignore you. They put the wristbands on very tight to where it was cutting in our skin. That's just crazy. And when I mentioned it to one of the workers, he was very rude about the situation and gave a dirty look and continued to say, well, I don't have any wristbands to put a new one on. I mean, we already technically disproved it because we don't even have wristbands on here. And then Garrett proceeded to say that I would compare my experience to a layover in New Jersey. $15 drinks, $15 slice of pizza. One line said 15 minutes, but took like 40. You could be sad and disappointed for a fraction of the price at a surrounding dive bar. Anyways, let's test these reviews and find out if Cedar Point is like a layover in New Jersey. We're testing Daniel's review by seeing if we can ride more than 7 rides in the 10 hours we're here, and we're starting at Steel Vengeance. We got off to a really good start because we quite literally walked onto the ride, except I was told to leave you guys in the locker. We're on the beach. Guys, I'm feeling pretty lame right now, alright? We rode Steel Vengeance and then immediately rode Maverick after. And I now have a new shirt. I got motion sick. I may or may not approve Daniel's review correct because Maverick was down for maintenance after that one, all right? Yeah. Look who had the courage to go on another ride. The things you do for greatness. AKA riding roller coasters after you already got motion sick when you probably shouldn't. And I'd leave you guys again. I survived Gatekeeper. I got kind of sick, so now we're in the arcade and we're gonna have fun here. But I can safely say that Henry's and Garrett's reviews are busted, 100%. I mean, Garrett, it's not a layover in New Jersey. And Henry, standing around, I mean, we've not done a whole lot of that, even with the motion sickness part. So, safe to say they're busted. Anyways, we're gonna enjoy the arcade and hopefully beat some records. Yeah, guys, I am pretty insane at basketball. I did not miss much of anything. In fact, I actually beat the record. Look at that. And then I proceeded to go lose in a claw machine. So far in testing the reviews, I can only confidently disprove or approve one of them, and that is the dive bar in New Jersey. That is just heavily rejected. That's just not true. Cedar Point is not like a dive bar in New Jersey. But Daniel's, we've ridden 5 coasters so far. I've ridden 3 because I got motion sick, so we're doing pretty good on that one. And then Marie's, we've just not talked to any employees yet, so we need to get to testing to these reviews. Guys, we got other park goers to see what they think about the park.
My name's Layla. My name's Paisley. And the best part is just like all the rides and how fun they are. The worst part is like the lines, because they're like sometimes they can get way too long. Yeah.
We have 3 more reviews that we need to test before the park closes in 2 hours. And the first one is from Jeff, where he says, rides closed, price gouging, limited bring friend tickets for season pass holders. And I would honestly say this one is valid. The price gouging is absolutely absurd. Like $15 for a Sprite and popcorn, $20 for a Panda Express plate. That is usually $10 when you go to a regular restaurant. And Marissa said, the big ride, Top Throw 2, is such a disappointment. At least be honest that your mechanics can't fix it up this year. Food pass isn't worth it. Lines are so long that you can only ride a few. Not worth the money. And our last review is from Henry, where he says, Cedar Point is great if you like spending way too much money, standing around, and then spending more money to stand around some more. That is completely invalid. We've done barely any just standing around. We played in the arcade, we went on roller coasters, and even with the motion sickness, we went on quite a few. So overall, today's been really fun, and that's just invalid. Anyways, let's get to testing the final 4 reviews that need tested. Top Throw 2 was open. That's crazy. And I had to leave you guys in my backpack. Couldn't even take you guys in a line. But basically, this is what the ride does. And we were lucky enough to get to ride it at sunset. Like, genuinely, such a great ride. It is crazy how high and fast it goes. Anyways, yeah, the reviews are done being tested. So the end of the day is here, and we really just didn't do a great job testing most of the reviews, but Daniel's review is valid. We rode a total of 6 rides, including Top Throw 2. And then the employees being rude, that's not valid / undecided, all right? We didn't talk to many employees, but the employees that we did were really, really nice. And we had no wristbands to deal with, so I guess that could have happened. I'm sorry that happened, Marie. And the New Jersey layover, not valid even the slightest. This is not at all like a New Jersey layover, and I'm sure a dive bar is more disappointing, all right? And then the Top Throw disappointment, not valid at all. We got to ride Top Throw at sunset. I mean, like, look at this right now. Look behind me. And then paying money to stand around is somewhat valid. Because I got motion sick, we were standing around a little bit more than we would have liked to, but also we had fun in the arcade. We got to ride a bunch of the main roller coasters. That was still a great day. And then the price gouging is completely valid. Overpriced Panda Express, $15 for popcorn and Sprite. That is price gouging. You can't even sugarcoat that. Anyways, I got something to tell you guys about. The summer vibes are absolutely off the chart. Good News Summer begins on June 1st and runs till August 31st. So basically, if you didn't know, I own a Christian clothing brand called Good News Outfitters, and our goal is to share God's word to as many people as possible through clothing, just like this shirt right here. And at the end of the day, really this summer, the goal is to get you guys wearing it and sharing yourself wearing it. So how you do it is wear your Good News Outfitters and then make a post online. Use hashtag Good News Summer and tag the Good News Outfitters, and you'll be entered into a giveaway for a free piece of apparel of your choice from the entire website. So it could include this hoodie, it could include the summer collection, or literally any of it. So that's how the Good News Summer will work. It begins June 1st. I would love to see you guys participating. We found some park goers on our way out and decided to interview them to kind of solidify the answer of Cedar Point being the #1 theme park in America.
My name's Harrison, I'm from Wales, and the one thing that I had to say about Cedar Point after travelling more than 5,000 miles here is go and ride Top Thrill 2 in the front row. There isn't a better experience than that. We've peaked in life, okay? That's all.
My name's Matthew, I'm from Scotland, and this park is full of incredible coasters. It makes the great ones look bad. I can't believe how good it is.
My name's Jamie, I've come all the way from England. This park has been something I wanted to go to all my life, and being here and just sitting on the front of Top Thrill 2 has just like made my life complete. So
Guys, it is the next day, and I've come to a conclusion. Cedar Point is still America's #1 theme park, and it is the roller coaster capital of the world. No, I'm not saying it's perfect, but I am saying, like, the experience, a lot of it is perspective. I mean, like, if you look at every bad thing that happens as something that ruined the entire day, it's gonna ruin the entire day. So even with getting motion sick, I had a great day. That was a rough start to the day, but the rest of the day was absolutely amazing. And hearing how Harrison, Jamie, and Matthew were talking about the park, they are so ecstatic about it. They are so excited to be there. And that made my decision to say that Cedar Point is still America's #1 theme park a whole lot easier.
Okay, my name's Harrison, I'm from Wales, and the one thing that I had to say about Cedar Point after travelling more than 5,000 miles here is go and ride Top Thrill 2 in the front row. There isn't a better experience than that.
That's why it's still #1. Congrats, you made it to the end of the video. If you want, you can go watch another one. If you like this one, you'll like that one. Also, the Good News Summer Challenge begins June 1st. The summer collection drops alongside it. And if you want to support, go follow us on Instagram, scan this QR code, go grab some gear, and participate in the summer challenge. Love you guys.